Hello everybody, it's Great on 90. I can't even say my own name. It's Great on 95. And today we have some more Phoenix Wright Attorney. So let us put some pieces of stuff back together. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh god. Okay. No. 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 Yes. Hey. No. 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 I don't think so. Puzzle game! Woo! Yes. Yeah. Yes. Well, that's not much to go by. Okay, this looks it. Yep. There it is. Yes. Crap. Yes. And yes. 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 Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. That only took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it. Where were some of the pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of drawer. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable drawer added to the court record. What? I'm gonna look at it. What's this? Examine. Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on it when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Excuse me. I didn't check this out either. It's really only the tag, probably. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? We're in a murder, dude. It doesn't work that way. Examine. I didn't get to examine this open safe. I think that's worth it, examining. Look, this one's open, and there's an indicator tag stuck on it still. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprints. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay, well, I think that's everything except for these, like, target thing. I don't know, what are these? Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What's a sorry-looking fishing pole, that is? Ah! That's my personal pole! I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. That the one that led you to solving the case out in Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a radio locator. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person nor a magazine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay. What's over here? Wow. Look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they cut was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. That's true. Okay, Gumshoe, we've kept you waiting long enough. Just for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for trial. In other words, Detective Gumshoe got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker, pal. You have an evidence locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course! I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee right now. Right? They're trying to figure out who was responsible for the mess-up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence safe. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using this ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yes, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. And that's the only locker we can open. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, that you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black as smoking every day. Excuse me for my freaking, clearing my throat. I don't know, I'm sorry. Anyway, in any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Hey, Gumshoe. Hey, Gumshoe. Hey, Gumshoe. Hey, Gumshoe. Hey, Gumshoe. Switchblade! Detective Goodman's note? And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time that the world knew Edgeworth was the man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Allow me to say one thing speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay then. Hey, ID cards. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay, hang on. Okay, let's do this. SL9. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. And this was 2 years ago? Sorry. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? Okay, hold on. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Wasn't there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give him my report for the day. What the hell is that? It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Yes, you should. That's all we're gonna find here, thankfully. Let's get out. Do you have anything else? I don't even know. That one. And that one. February 23rd, High Prosecutors Office, room 1202. What the? Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. He has no teacup. Ah, it's you. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me some information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. God. Yeah, I guess let's just talk. There's nothing really to examine, and I don't think I need to show him anything just yet. So yeah. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Oh, that's good. Concealing evidence. Yes, apparently, there are some who believe that I conceal evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Sorry. Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. So, Edgeworth, what you got to say about this? I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh. A bad memory. He's talking about the murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then? He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is, why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. That's where we'll end it off, because I've gone so freaking long, I forgot to look at my time at all. So, next time we will keep going with Edgeworth's little story of bad stuff. See you guys then.